You may be one of the 60% of American dentists who are using flexible partials at least some of the time. Or you may be a doomsdayer who says they don't work, they're not adequate. What are the limitations of flexible removable partial dentures? Usually they have no rests on the teeth that are remaining. If the rests are there, the partial cannot sink into the soft tissue and therefore the bone. If the rests are not there, where does the partial go? It goes apical. It presses on the soft tissue. If you're eating a hard piece of food, it hurts. If the rests are there, are they long-term with these flexible partials? They're thermoplastic. The body is warm, nearly 100 degrees. So there will be some movement in those rests as you continue to chew on them. So that is one of the severe limitations of flexible removable partials. It makes 30% of American dentists reject them. Chewing hard foods can cause discomfort. Some of the labs are not extending the flexible partial into the mucobuccal fold. They're leaving it sitting right on top of the ridge in the areas where there are edentulous spaces. So if it is in that architecture, it can hurt. Let's say they have a tough piece of meat and put pressure on that soft tissue and there's no tooth resisting its penetration into the soft tissue. That can be upsetting. Chewing sticky foods can dislodge the prosthesis. Let's take a sticky caramel or a box of chocolates with some hard nuts, and either one of those two last points that I've just made can be negative. You can either hurt the soft tissue because there's nothing stopping it from going down there, or you can pull it out because there is retention, but not the retention of a well-planned metal clasp. The surface life is less than conventional metal-based polymethyl methacrylate partial dentures. Am I negative about these? No. There are quite a few locations in which they're highly desirable, particularly the Kennedy Class 3, where there are teeth that the partial can wrap or actually have minorly successful wells with the nylon or polyolefin placed into those rests. Can you repair these partials? And the answer is yes and no. If there is 5 millimeters from the crest of the ridge to where the occlusal top of that tooth will be, you can repair them by cutting a fairly major size hole in the denture base and injecting into it heated material. But it has mechanical retention only, and I'm showing you a couple of products that can work. Hot air welder or the JP90 injector, so small repairs can be made. Keep in mind now they're mechanically held, and just like a restoration in a tooth, that mechanical retention has to be adequate or that piece will come out. Finishing and polishing is possible, but must be done with care because the materials are thermoplastic. What does that mean? That means that heat will gradually change their configuration. Thermoplastic is wonderful for making them because they're heated and injected into a mold, and thermoplastic has a positive characteristic as well. If, let's say, one of the clasps, which is now, let's make it nylon, let's say it's no longer retentive. You can heat it with hot water and bend it probably further than it needs to be, put it in the mouth, let it sit there for a while, and you have retention again. Do the limitations of flexible removable partial dentures eliminate their value? And the answer is absolutely not. There are certain cases where they're highly desirable. There are other cases where a metal clasp partial would be far superior. Thanks for being with us. Join us next week.